Hello everybody, I'm Frugal. Welcome to day 65 of this Japanese linguistic class. This trimester will be the final 21 day of phase 1, which is to build a foundation of the Japanese language. Let's make it count. Today I'm looking at the Japanese Core 2000 day, step 4. And on the side, I'm also working on my second reading of the Taking Japanese Grammar Guide. As usual, if you have a mnemonic about any of the kanji, please don't hesitate to chat.
経験
Experience, right? Yeah, so if you go through a labs, if you elapse through a lot of tests or trial, it means you have a lot of experience, which is makes sense, yeah.
今日の試合はいい経験になりました。
Okay, today's game, right? Today's game will become a good experience. Okay.
能力
No ability, right? Yeah, ability and power and become capacity. Okay. Yeah, ability and strength, power become capacity.
彼は能力のある社員です。
Yeah. He is a company employee with a lot of capacity, right? He's a capable employee. He's a resourceful employee. So again, yeah, very logical so far.
最初
First, yeah, first and beginning, right? First and beginning. Yeah, nothing to see here. Show the very first.
5ページの最初を見てください。
Right, so this one is looking at the beginning of page 5, right? So yeah, I've been thinking a bit more about what I said yesterday, right? So how would we change this from the beginning of page 5 to the beginning 5 page, right? So somehow we need to add a counter in here somewhere, right? So I take a look at the sentence that we have already learned that we in the past, and like we have one that is pretty close, like Momo o isusu kudasai, right? So please give me 5 peach, and then it's become an occurring pattern that we have like a verb. Yeah, we have like a verb, and let's take the peaches for example, and then we will follow it with the object particle, right? O, and then with the counter, right? So with the counter with the number, yeah. So yeah, this somehow become 5 peaches. So I think this could apply to this situation as well, like Peiji o isusu, and then no shaisho o mite kudasai, right? So it will become, please look at the beginning 5 pages. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of it in a logical way. But don't quote me on this, right? There's a very good chance that I got this wrong. But yeah, this pattern here with this one, the noun, follow with an object particle, then follow with the counter for number, right? And yeah, I could be wrong, but so far it seems rather reasonable to think of it this way. Yeah.
国際
Yeah, this one is about the congressman, right? Kokusai. Yeah. Legislature? No. This one is about international. Yeah, international. So we have country, right? And this one is a word that means occasion, on occasion, but also edges, right? Or verge, edge or verge, right? Which I think edge or verge is actually make more sense, like the edge of the country, right? Or the verge of the country, or like international water. Yeah, so it makes sense that it become international. Yeah, age or birth, right? Also we have occasion here, but yeah, I guess it's not makes as much sense as to think of it as a virtue. Anyway,
ここで国際会議が開かれます。
yeah, 国際会議, right? So legislator. Oh no, sorry. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, so pretty much this an international conference going to be held here, going to be open here, right? Open here, okay. Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, about the radical component of kokusai here. We have a place, right? And then this here is a night, and then one something more. And this here, I don't know. I mean, yesterday I already said that it looked like the record, I mean footstep, right? And yeah, it's not exactly the same, but somehow the dictionary also recognize this as a footstep. Yeah, and then we just have this, which is to show, right, to indicate. Yeah, and together, these two together, they form a pattern that means a festival, right? So we have a place and a festival, and it become occasion or age or verb. So yeah, it the mnemonic I think is like on occasion, the bonsai festival will be held at a place on the edges of the town or the edges of the forest. Yeah, it's not that good I think, but that's the best I can come up with. And it is bonsai, right? To have the word sign as the pronunciation mnemonic of this one. And yeah, that's it.
議員
Okay, Yin. This one is legislator, right? Yeah, legislator. We have the first one is this the employee, and then the employee of conference is somehow legislator. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because you have like television of live congress session all the time where they just discuss the making of different law, and I guess it is not really that close, but it kind of makes sense. Yeah.
彼は国会議員です。
Yeah, and so we have Kokai here is congressman, but like Yin, for itself, is member of parliament. Is there a difference between a member of parliament and a congressman? Because for me they are pretty much the same, yeah. But the dictionary somehow have those two titles separate. Whatever.
記者
Kisha, journalist. Okay, journalist, right? The one who write or the one who keep the record. Yeah, the one who keep the record. The person who keep the record. Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
彼は新聞記者です。
Journalist, newspaper.
場所
A place, right? Yeah, a place. A place plus a place do not equal two place. It just equal one more place. Okay.
会社の場所を教えてください。
Yeah, so please explain your place. And it becomes something like, please show me the location. Yeah. Tell me with your faces, okay?
運動
Exercise, yeah. So we have this one mean to move, right? To move. And this one mean luck, right? So if you make like some extreme movement and you somehow luckily doesn't injure yourself, and it become a good exercise. Yeah, so if you make some extreme movement and somehow luckily don't injure yourself, it will become exercise. Okay.
彼はもっと運動した方がいい。彼はもっと運動した方がいい。
Okay, yeah. So this one from yesterday, I said something like, for him, become a person that move around more, right? Is good. That's what I said yesterday. More or less. But on a deeper, on a second look, right? That is not correct. Although this one could mean a person, because it makes a sound ho here. This is actually a direction, right? So actually the correct way to look at this sentence is this, actually. With ho ga i here, it is actually like a good direction, right? Yeah. So for him, becoming more, having more exercise is a good direction, is of a good direction, right? And this one here, ho ga i is actually like an expression, yeah, to mean that, yeah, head better or head better not if you view it with negative verb, right? So yeah, this is just the more correct way to look at it, right? Compared to what I think of it yesterday. It seems he mean like he should exercise more though. Yeah. Yeah.
サービス。
Service. Okay, so service, right? This one also has the meaning of being on the house, which the dictionary tell me that it means that they also, the Japanese also use services, right? So if you give someone a service, it somehow also means that you give them a discount. Yeah. This is a meaning that is not in the original English word of service, right? Yeah. So it means service as in the original English word, but also discount or freebie. Yeah. Okay. Which is why it is recommended to think of all these loan words as their own Japanese word. Okay.
この店はサービスがいい。
Good service. Okay.
集まる
Assume to gather, right? Or actually like to be gathered, right? Or to be collected. So like an intransitive sense of the verb, right? So yeah, this is actually a new vocabulary. Previously we learned assumeru, right? So that one is transitive, right? So to be active, right? Gather and collected. And yeah. Also we have learned something like ageru, right? To lift, to elevate. And also agaru also mean to something for something to go up, but in an intransitive sense. And then we also have learned like mitsukeru, to look, right? Or to try to find something. And then mitsukaru, right? So what I'm trying to get at here, if the okurigana, right? If it make the ma sound, the a sound, if it make the a sound before the ru, it seems to have a tendency of it being a transitive verb. Yeah. And if it make an a sound before the ru, it seems to have a tendency of it being a transitive verb instead. Right? So yeah. Obviously we know that the okurigana change, right? So it could be changed between transitive and intransitive verb, but there previously I thought that there is like no rule. Yeah. But if like an a sound is transitive verb and an a sound is an intransitive verb, this actually like make it easier for us to try to remember verb. Yeah. That's I could be wrong though, but that seems to be the pattern that emerging so far, right? Yeah.
駅前に人が集まっています
Yeah. So in front of the station, people gather. Yeah. There's actually no like word in this sentence that imply that there's a lot or say little of people, right? So this is quite a bit. This is a translation that takes quite a bit of liberty. Yeah. Okay.
経験。
能力
Yeah, I think that's all. So let's move on. I have this special broken cup It's a cup I use to brush my teeth and wash my hair with. But one day I hit it against the sink a tad too hard and broke it into several pieces. But instead of throwing it away, I stacked the pieces on top of each other and just display it on the sink. My mother would look at it and be like, "What's this, young man?" And I would be like, "It's a piece of modern art, mother." So yeah, for the ensuing few years, she would take every opportunity she can to tell me to get rid of it. Yeah, and every time I would joke around and avoid the issue. One day she had enough and just throw it into the trash herself. Later I was able to retrieve the pieces and I have been keeping it hidden away ever since. For all intent and purpose, this is a worthless piece of trash. So even if I was not able to retrieve the pieces, I would not be mad. But for some reason, yeah, it feels special. It feels like it is the symbol of my first rebellion against my maker. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we are done here. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. As usual, I have a link in the description that led to a good write of today's material. And as usual, if you have a name about any of the kanji, please don't hesitate to share. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
お待たせしました。ジョン・マクラフリン上院議員です。
お集まりいただきありがとうございます。また皆さんのご支持に心から感謝します。